What's up guys, we are River, Corin and Mila, also known as North South Travels.
And in this series we are back on the road again for the next 10 days exploring Cornwall in this.
The Volkswagen Grand California. Not deterred from our previous road trip, we were back for our second stint as van lifers, heading down south to explore the natural beauty of the Cornish coastline. Join us as we attempt to navigate some of the UK's narrowest lanes, get to grips with a wheelie loo and endure the worst toddler tantrums to date. Call us mad, but seriously, we can't wait.
We made the 4-hour journey down to the Cotswolds from Manchester yesterday, and we had our first night in the van, and I have to say it was an absolute success compared to last year. If you haven't seen our video from last year, we stayed in the VW California, so the smaller version of the Grand California, and toured the NC 500 in Scotland, and I'm going to say it was a little bit stressful, but so far so good. Right now we have stopped off in Cotswolds and we are going to explore this beautiful quaint village called Cotswolds.
When you get here you have to park your car a little bit out of the village, just I guess for like height of summer reasons. They don't want loads of cars blocking up the village, so we've parked up and we're walking down the hill just a short distance, come on Betsy, down to the village. Oh, we're having a break. We go see the big bridge.
Who said travelling with a toddler is easy? Huh?
I know. So we're going to be spending about an hour and a bit here just exploring the town until it's Mila's nap time, because we've got another 3-hour drive to make it down to Cornwall, where we'll be spending the next 10 days in the Cornish Coast. Yeah!
This quaint little village in the Cotswolds area of outstanding beauty may seem familiar to the film buffs amongst you, as it's had many starring roles in Stardust, The Wolfman, and most famously in Steven Spielberg's Warhorse. With its recognisable honey-coloured Cotswold stone houses lining the streets, a stream trickling through, and one of the oldest working clocks in the country, its rich history and A-list portfolio sees thousands flock here annually, and you can absolutely see why.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thanks so much.
So the kind lady in the coffee shop just told us about this little park that's literally opposite.
Look at this little park, just the street's hidden opposite the cafe. Perfect. Mommy's gonna That is a good find, River Richards, I'll give you that.
You are welcome. Such a quaint village, so pretty. At this time of year it's not very busy, like I can imagine it in summer being so busy, hence again why Corin said the car park's at the top and you have to walk down, because otherwise it would just be so hectic. But definitely worth a visit.
Just put it on your list. Get down to the Cotswolds and get to see Cotswolds. In the van. Okay, so it's a bit of a mission. We're packing up all of Mila's stuff, but we're back and we are about to set off. We just enjoyed such a nice time at Cotswolds. The weather is on our side, which is a bonus. And now we've put in the sat nav, 3-hour drive down to Cornwall.
And also guys, like, I know we're giving you a little sneak peek of the van, but we will be releasing a separate video giving you a full tour of this van. So throughout this series, you know, we'll show you bits and bobs, but just keep your eye out for the full tour.
We're now eager to get on our way to see what the Cornish coast had in store. Cornwall is a huge county on England's rugged southwestern tip, and over the next 10 days we're going to attempt to circle as much of the coastline as we can, starting in Polzeath.
We have just arrived at Polzeath, our park up for tonight, and I just have to show you because outside of our park up and all around the fields are these cute little bunnies. Hi little bunnies. Hi little bunnies. Oh, they're so cute. Kind of makes me nervous that they're on a caravan park in case anybody runs over their little tootsies. Knock knock. That telephone box, how cute. It's like a book exchange, so I guess if you come here you can Come and take a book or put one there. Can I come in? Yeah. Oh, thank you. Come on, let's go. We are on our way down to Polzeath Beach. One good tip about traveling out of season is that we use the Park for Night app. I mentioned them a lot in our last camping video in Scotland when we did the NC 500, and I'm using them again because they're all around the country. And I literally just find a hookup spot near to where we want to pitch, give them a call that day and see if they got availability. And so far for the last 2 nights they've had availability, so all good.
The north coast of Cornwall is lined with towering cliffs and seaside resorts, much like Polzeath, a place known as a haven for surfers. The shape of the bay creates great waves year-round for novices and pros alike, and with acres of sand it's just as attractive for beachcombers young and old.
This is actually the same spot that I came to, oh man, must be like 10 years ago, maybe more, when I was at uni, and a friend of mine had a house in Polzeath and we all came here and we explored this area. And I hadn't realised that it was in Polzeath until we came around the corner, and it's got like a really distinctive coastal road. So yeah, it's bringing back the memories.
With a handbag.
With a little handbag on. We got her that handbag, I don't know if you saw her on our stories, we got her that handbag because we gave her Pacifier, her dummy, to the fairies. So we bought her a little present and she's not took it off since, and that was a good month ago. Drink?
So at this campsite, you have to get tokens for the shower, which fine, but in a Grand California, which we have, we actually have a shower on board, a wet room this time. So I think tonight is the night we're gonna bath Mila in it. I say bath, shower Mila in the wet room.
And I'm gonna make temper stir fry and dip boiled egg for dinner for Mila. And the sun is setting, it's beautiful. This is why we love camping.
Our days follow no strict plans, but we always aim to reach our park up for the night no later than 5 PM, allowing us time together as a family, playing, cooking, eating, before Mila's bedtime approaches.
So the camper has 2 beds, 2 double beds actually. One at the back which pretty much stays flat the whole time. You have to drive with it flat, but the middle section does flip up if you want to walk in between because there is lots of storage underneath. And then there's another one, up the top, which is where Mila's actually sleeping, and there is a safety net so she won't fall out. And all you do is literally pull it out and then attach some ladders and you can easily get to it.
The old ladders. These are really important. We need a nesting thing to play. Mila is in bed, asleep.
Yeah, she's actually been asleep for a little while now, and we've washed up, we've tidied up, we've packed everything away, got ready for bed. And it actually helps that this campsite doesn't have any internet because it means that we actually do switch off and we're going to watch something in bed. We're going to watch Netflix, we're going to watch a film. Can you actually believe it?
So it means tomorrow we'll have to find a coffee shop or somewhere that has Wi-Fi where you can do a bit of work. Maybe when Mila naps.
Yeah.
I'll make that happen. Pop. Good morning guys, we had a decent sleep last night. Today the sun is shining, but before we hit the road there's a few chores to do on the van. Number 1, we've got to empty the grey water tank. Number 2, toilet chores. Toilet done.
You got your own toilet suitcase?
Yeah, I found out it's got wheels, which makes it a lot easier. It didn't smell. Because we've got a rule, no number 2s. Number 2s are outside the van.
The outside loos. Nifty. Job done?
Well done, let's go.
Driving through the Cornish countryside feels very quintessentially British, with rolling green fields, herds of cows mooing around every corner, chocolate box cottages, and as we touched on in the intro, very narrow lanes. In fact, one of the narrowest lanes is found in Cornwall called Squeezy Belly Alley.
If we came across anyone right now, like one of us is gonna have to reverse all the way back because there is nowhere to pull over.
Yeah, there's nowhere to pull over, but there are a few like extra curves which give you minimum space, but I guess you kind of have to shuffle past each other. But yeah, reversing this big boy is not favourable.
30 minutes on from Polseath, you'll find Padstow, a charming working fishing port arguably made famous by Chef Rick Stein. Our plan was to walk down to the harbour and grab a bite to eat.
It's fine, it's fine. It's okay. I know you think that you're missing out, but you know.
So for the past couple of weeks, I'd say Mila just straight up refuses to nap. Like usually she's great at sleeping in a pram or in a car seat, but she just kicks off and screams for at least 20 minutes before she passes out. We just know that she's so super tired, but she just fights it so much. I guess it's just a new stage that we need to get over. But yeah, it's challenging every day trying to put her to sleep while she's so upset. We got messages all the time about, how do you guys do it? You make it look so easy. These are the stressful moments that you guys don't see.
She's asleep. And we have found this perfect little retreat in the sun, hide away from the wind. They have Wi-Fi, they have coffee, they have great food. So we're going to pitch up here for a little bit, get some work done while Mila sleeps.
Work done, brunch done, Mila well rested, we headed down to the fishing harbour that the village centres around. Sandbanks and beaches shoulder the picturesque village, and from the harbour itself you can take day trips via boats to various neighbouring beaches and villages.
Padstow, for those of you that don't know, is a small little fishing harbour town, and it's beautiful on days like today. It's not very big, so we can like circle it in a couple of hours max, and there's loads of Cornish pasty shops, loads of little quaint little pubs. And actually, as you walk around the harbour, all you can see is kids lining the side with little fishing hooks, and they're fishing for crabs.
And for those who are wondering what Cornish pasties are, we will show you. Are you hungry? Yeah, so we're going to have to get some. Mila, do you want a Cornish pasty?
Cornish pasty.
Cornish pasty.
What's the verdict?
It's a good one. Basically, they're just pastry filled with mincemeat and vegetable, but you can now get them in like vegetarian or vegan, gluten-free, different fillings that cater to all, but the traditional is the best one.
Ice cream time. Mini Milks will save you your whole childhood, I'm telling you. Anytime they want an ice cream, just swap one of these out. So in the California that we hired last year, we only had a fridge, whereas this time we've obviously got the fridge and a little bit of freezer space in the top, which is proving great for lollies. Next stop, off to Newquay.
With the wind in her hair, our very own surfer chick could fit right in here. We travelled further south to discover the laid-back charm of Newquay. Visitors come for the excellent surfing, lively nightlife and family-friendly attractions. I think it's safe to say we found the best park up for the night, and the weather couldn't have been better.
Wow, look!
How amazing is this view?
How amazing is this view?
We chose
What's your heart? So this view is of Watergate Bay. This place is actually called The View, and you can see why.
This is actually the sister company or the sister park up of Watergate Bay. So we initially went to that one and they told us we're actually booked in this one. I think it's a little bit more pricey, but with the views, it's definitely worth it.
The price does vary depending on the season. So for us, for 2 adults and a baby, it's $26.50 for the night, and that includes all of the facilities, and Wi-Fi is an additional £2 each per night. But I have seen on reviews that it can get up to like £44 in the summer.
With only a few more glorious golden hours of sunlight, we decided to enjoy the quiet campsite, cook dinner and spend time all together before the evening drew to a close. Pasta was on the menu and thankfully tucked neatly in the rear doors of the van are outdoor dining chairs and a table, which are so convenient, especially on evenings like this. It's the simple nights like these that have us hooked on van life living.
What am I doing tomorrow?
Yeah,
Daddy going surfing.
that's right. And we're going to watch him film him and say, haha, we're not in the cold.
Wow.
Wow.
This is amazing.
It's amazing.
This is Daddy all got the orders.
Spoiler, I'm going surfing tomorrow, which, yeah, I'm in two minds about. Like, I can't wait to do it. It'll be my first time doing it, but the cold, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Man up, babes, you'll have a wetsuit.
But for now, we are going to put Mila to bed, read her a nighttime story, probably two, and then chill and get on with some work actually, because we do actually have Wi-Fi here. So we need to catch up on some work. Do we not?
After we've had a glass of wine and enjoyed the sunset. Morning. Yes, it's lying.
Let's stay here laying.
It can stay here, okay. Whoa!
It's okay.
It's okay.
Mummy, look at it. Please.
We're up extra early this morning because River has his surf lesson. But this is what mornings look like. Mila has been out of bed for all of 5 minutes and the Tony's box is on. Lion King.
Wow.
Thus far a rather uninspiring thing. Oh, I just can't wait
Victoria,
to
bang.
rather a long way to go, young master, if you think.
Victoria at the pool.
The pool, you mean the sea, the ocean. We back?
We're back. That was a fail
Why?
because there is a family bathroom and it has a bath, but the hot tub doesn't work.
Hey, Gaga.
Oh no.
So anyway,
Hey, Gaga.
oh, thank you, that's for Daddy. So
Oh,
we
thank
showered
you.
together instead.
Was she okay?
Yeah, she was fine. It was actually a really hot shower. So it's perfect. Oh, there's a moment.
This was by far one of our favourite stops and beaches along the coast. We ended up enjoying the entire day here after things didn't quite go to plan.
So, surf lesson is not happening. We were absolutely rushing this morning for no reason at all, because we were on time. But then as we were getting out of the car, Mila decided to throw a paddy, and then we got to the surf shop and I realised I forgot my trunks, so I had to run back, get my trunks. Ended up getting there like 10 minutes late, and then the guy just told me that there's hardly no waves, like it wouldn't be happening today. So we've just decided to stay here at the beach anyway, just shoot some content for a client that we have, and just enjoy the beach, man. Like, the weather is beautiful and this beach is pretty stunning too.
Tripped on love and fell, you shook me out my shell. Now I know you well.
We just finished up shooting a product video for a client, and Mila just decided to full on jump in, fully clothed,
Jump in the puddles.
to the puddle.
So we're going to have lunch at the beach hut overlooking the beach.
You simply can't go wrong with fish and chips for lunch by the seaside. River had lobster and I went off-piste with spiced cauliflower and dips. The food was perfect and it was a great way to end the day at Watergate Bay. Time to head back to the van, peel off the layers, sweep out the sand and buckle Mila into her car seat so she could have a nap as we drove to the next stop. We were en route to a stunning beach that's slightly lesser known and much lesser explored.
Our vehicle is 3 meters high. I think it's 297. And this car park that we wanted to park in is 2.2 meters. So we're gonna have to find somewhere else to park. Just around the corner there's a car park called West Pentier Car Park. And there is no barrier, so no restrictions.
If you guys do want to come and find Polyjoke Beach and you too have a camper van so you can't park in the height restriction one, just come as if you're coming to Bogey Inn, great name, and behind the bushes is a sign that says beach parking this way, so you come into the Bogey Inn car park and then turn right and there's a car park here for beach parking.
Mila came round from her nap upset. We tried to encourage her to get outside and distract her from her tears with nature, which thankfully after the first 10 to 15 minutes began to work. She's going through a testing time of tears, tantrums and screams before and after her naps. We know it's just a phase and are trying to be consistent in our approach, being calm and talking through her tears, reassuring her everything's okay, and in time it fades away and she's her happy self once again. It's agonising to hear her so sad, and as much as we can we're trying to be patient as she navigates her emotions.
Someone's finally stopped having the most epic meltdown yet. But we are here and the sun has come out. It was raining just for a second and now the sun is here and we are at Polyjoke.
Hi, I'm coming.
I'm coming to you.
Mommy,
Okay, show me again. I'm coming now.
Go, go, go.
Show me.
Mum.
I'm coming. Show me how to do it.
Go.
Okay, show me. Let's go. Yeah. Okay, I'm coming. It's so blue, the sea. Like, obviously the sea is blue, but you always think that you have to be abroad to see like really blue sea, but it's here in Cornwall and with the green grass, like it just feels so British and so beautiful.
Polyjoke blew us away and we pretty much had the entire place to ourselves. Just stunning from beach level and only a short hike up to the cliffs overlooking the beach. It was the perfect way to end the day, walking off our lunch and restoring calm by being back in nature.
Bye guys, thank you so much for watching. We're going to leave it there for this episode.
Leave it there.
Leave it there. We're going to carry on this series next week. Next week, if you've made it this far, please give it a like, drop us a comment below and subscribe. And we are this excited to continue on our road trip through Cornwall. See you next week.